Hola, amigo.
My guy.
Hey.
My guy.
Hey.
How's your spirits, man? How you feeling, brody?
A whole lot better since I fucking got off work. My God, dude, it was. You would have thought tomorrow would be fucking Christmas Day or fucking Thanksgiving or something. How fucking busy we were. Nobody wanted to cook or something.
It's America's third favorite holiday.
I mean, it's my holiday. It's a big birthday here we got coming up, Bubba.
Hold on 1 second. My chain.
Uh-oh.
Say that again, brody.
Said, man, it's America's birthday we got coming up tomorrow, Bubba. Hell
This
yeah.
is true. This is true, bud. Player.
We fucked up a lot of people back in '76 on this day coming up.
We fucked up a lot of people yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on for grip, but yeah, you know.
Yeah. Would you say the 4th is America's favorite holiday? Like, it's between Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the 4th. Which one is America's favorite holiday?
I mean, I don't know. Like,
well, because like
this is the one where you get off work and get like trashed for America.
Oh, people get trashed for Cinco de Mayo though.
I know, but like they don't got fireworks. They do got fireworks, but they don't have I don't know.
It's a tough one because like Christmas celebrates like materialism, Thanksgiving celebrates like getting mad full, celebrates gluttony. The 4th celebrates like America's birthday and fireworks and guns and bombs. So I don't know. This might be.
I don't know.
This might be the
one.
one.
It's a tough question, you know. Like, it's definitely the top 3, like you just said.
Yeah,
but
this might be the one.
Oh no, and it's in the summer. The other 2, it's fucking cold out. Like, you gotta be cramped up in the house with all your fucking family shit. People you don't want to see.
That you don't want to see.
Like, God damn it, is Aunt Sherry coming over? Yeah, you gotta be nice. Make sure you don't have any. Make sure you're not wearing a shirt that has a bunch of devil shit on it and shit like that. You know, because she's religious. This is summertime.
Aunt Sherry and that bum ass potato salad. Yep.
Yeah, with
she probably
puts
like
shit,
I'm about to say raisins. Raisins are just dried grapes. Yeah. I'm sure she puts apples in her potato salad. You goddamn right.
I fuck around potato salad. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But like we make some fire potato salad. Like we don't fuck around with all that. I like my fruits by themselves. You know.
You don't fruit the salads.
Yeah.
You don't play that shit.
Fuck out of here. Me and my dad will be at the family gatherings or whatever. I'm like, who the fuck brought this bullshit? You know, just gunning on shit.
Just dogging every family member's contributions.
Like, dude, I swear to God, I think it's been like 3 years in a row. My aunt has brought like a little like sandwich platter, like from Jimmy John's for Thanksgiving. Motherfucker, ham and all types of this shit. Like, I brought some fucking queso dip last time. It's like, you brought the queso dip, and I was like, I fucking brought it, and it's good. Look, it's almost gone. How about those sandwiches over there, Stacey?
Look at all these damn sandwiches. Hell
ain't no fuck with those.
Did you make the queso dip?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. People know when you ain't put your heart into it.
My dad usually makes like a pumpkin roll. You know what I'm talking about?
Pumpkin roll.
It's like pumpkin bread, like, and rolled up, it's like a roll, and like cream cheese in the middle of that shit.
I've heard of it, man. This side of the fence, we really only fuck with sweet potato things.
Man, you gotta try pumpkin roll.
I'm gonna have to slide through for Thanksgiving or something.
You're always welcome.
See what's happening on that side of the tracks with your pumpkin-based dishes.
I'm trying to think. We didn't really do too much last year. I think last year we deep fried a turkey, and that motherfucker was a swoop.
That sounds good. I've never actually done that. I know a lot of people do. I've never done that.
Yeah, a lot of people fucking catch their garages on fire too at the same time because they're pissed drunk and
fell asleep with the lit cigarette and just shit went fucking crazy.
Yeah, boom.
Golly, man. Holy shit. Ew. What's up? What you up to, man? What's new with you otherwise? Playboy?
Not a lot, man. Just
Yeah.
just hanging out. Not up to much. You stay a whole lot busier than I do. I know you got some shit to talk about.
I've had an interesting week.
Yeah. I seen the ambulance at the wedding. I want to hear about that shit.
Yeah, man. Well, man. So I had another triple header this weekend, man. And this was
that 2 weeks? 2 weeks?
Not in a row. So I had a triple header one weekend, and then a double, and then a triple.
Shit.
So this was Sunday, the last day. This is what I was looking forward to. I was like, oh, this is gonna. Well, you know what? There was another one I thought was gonna crack. I'll talk about that one in a second. But this one I thought was gonna crack too. Just looking at what they wanted to hear.
Was this the country one?
No, that was the day before. That one was In and Out. That was In and Out. That one I watched. I was grabbing. Yeah, this weekend was wild, man. Well, the country one was so short. It was a town I'd never been to. I'd heard of the town because I have an ex who lives in that town, and so we keep a good. You said what?
Stay away from there.
Yeah, I mean we got a good rapport, but you know what it is. I'd never been there, and I went. I'm like, man, this place stinks. Shit, smell like a sewage plant. Dead ass. These are not jokes. These are not ex-girlfriend jokes. The city stinks, dog. So I noticed that, and I'm getting my gear out, and it's a lot of gear. I got a huge cart. I put everything on. I couldn't use the cart because there was no elevator. There was no ramp. It was all stairs. I had to carry everything piece by piece. I'm grabbing some gear out, and this van rolls by. It was charming because I'm a sucker for like brick roads in small towns. There's something charming about brick roads.
Like back home.
Yeah, man. So, yeah, facts. So, I'm on this brick road, and this van is riding down the street, and there's this group of 3 women. Mom's driving, and there's 2 daughters and shit. And I'm just kind of being tentative, just kind of watching myself, because it's a narrow street, so, you know, whatever. And so I was looking, but I wasn't, looking. Well, they were looking. One of the daughters yells out the window. She goes, "You are fine as fuck." I said, "You goddamn right." I didn't say it out loud, but I nodded. I was like, I nodded. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You right.
You out to handle hold the hold.
Hey, I'm trying to tell you, dog, the cream rises to the top. So they were going to this hairdresser across the street from where I'm at looking for parking, and they park, and the whole time I can hear the mom bugging the fuck out.
Quit that. Quit doing that.
She told her she wasn't about to do something. So basically she got grounded because this little 14-year-old pink and purple haired white daughter is cussing in front of her parents, as y'all tend to do.
I was about to say, you're not surprised.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm surprised she got in fucking trouble for it. It's like, oh shit, all might be right with the world. Fucking yeah, she got grounded for foul language for telling the truth. But yeah, so that was the day before. So Sunday, man, it is the hottest damn day on earth ever.
Yeah, it's pretty hot down here as well.
Yeah. So the handy dandy trusty radar app, it just said, "What you looking at me for? It's hot as fuck. You know it's hot." It said all of that. Degrees. Fahrenheit. You know what I'm saying?
Back in my pocket. That's hot out here.
Fuck yeah. Put me away. You know it's fucking hot. Listen, man, it was this it was a little wedding house. So big house, dope ass, big ass backyard. I also had a little tent plus a pavilion, all that shit. So I set up in the tent, but where they set me is gonna be too far away for my wireless mics to catch everything for the wedding, for the officiant, for all that shit. So I had to move my shit. Now, I bring a change of clothes every time beforehand. I don't wear like my Superman shit. I wear my Clark Kent shit. You know what I mean? I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm just fucking dying, bro. So I set up again, closer to the actual ceremony. I set up. I go to change clothes. I sweat through my beater.
Yeah, I know that.
Bruh, trash. I brought a spare beater. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not about to ruin 2 beaters. So I just said, fuck it. I dealt with it. I get changed. I gotta walk slow because I got sleeves on. I'm fucking dressed up. Ceremony gets done. I gotta move all my shit back to the tent where the fucking reception is. Just dripping, dog. I'm fucking dying. And the thing is, I didn't die the most. I didn't die the most because holy shit, man. There was by the end of the night, man, of course it cools down a little bit, but just not enough for the bride to live properly. So I didn't see this part. So
Did she die?
No, she didn't die. She didn't die. Metaphorically, yes. Fuck. I hope she didn't die because I didn't get an update. But fucking, I'm gonna have to like find out, man. I sent the thank you note a couple days ago. I don't know. I don't even want to put that into the air. But anyway, I didn't see this part. So after the ceremony, when they're taking pictures, and I'm moving all my shit back over. Apparently, the bride fainted.
Oh man.
Because it was that hot. So she collapsed. So they didn't get to finish pictures. So they finished the pictures during the reception. And I'm rocking the party best I can. You know, certain members of the crowd was going to dance. You always trust the bridesmaids to hold it down. The bridesmaids are going to hold it down.
Yeah.
So we had a good little floor. Had a good floor going. We get to the end of the night. Now, the bride and groom kind of disappeared for most of the night. Well, most of the night. They were the most attending bride and groom at their own reception I've ever seen. But I understand, though, considering that she fucking fainted. So later on, we get toward the end of the night. The bride comes back out. She's dancing some. I can tell she's bopped. She's dancing some, kicking it. We get toward the end of the night, and shit is just kind of slowing down, man. She ain't there all the way.
Dragging along like fuck.
Just kind of dragging, man. So they get her a chair. They sit it on the dance floor. She's drunk than all the fucks. I'm like, hell yeah, it's your wedding night. You're gonna be drunk. This is the time to do it. Up until she started crying. I was like, oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I should probably start packing up. I think this night is over.
Yeah.
So I'm packing up, and they're kind of tending to her, making sure she's okay. The groom went to go change clothes. He came back. He's checking on her, this, that, and the third. And they're now. There's the groom, one of the brides. Well, not bridesmen. There's a groom, one of the groomsmen, and like 3 or 4 bridesmaids, all surrounding the bride while she's sitting in this chair. All of a sudden, I hear bag.
Oh yeah, she's about to fuck some puke.
And just. Oh yeah, listen. The teamwork, the coordination was amazing.
Man, like, sometimes you just get thrown in those mixes, you gotta react.
Bruh, they got her that bag, and not a drop hit the dance floor. And I'm like, yeah, ooh, let's pack it up. So
I don't get no fucking puke on my gear.
I'm still packing up, and 5-10 minutes later, bag! I'm like, oh shit, that's twice in 10 minutes. That's all that pizza. We ate a lot of pizza. All that pizza.
Yeah, pizza there?
It was a big pizza bar.
Oh shit, that's tight.
Yeah, man, had mad types of pizza. So I go to get my car to put shit in my car. Now, when I get back from getting my car, everyone's inside. They were outside when I left to get my car. They were inside by the time I came back. That's like 5 minutes, if that. So, all right, cool. I'm packing up. All of a sudden, I see the flashing lights, man. Flashing lights. I see cops. I see a fire truck. I see amber lamps. I say, ooh,
oh my God.
what is going on? And if y'all, I never post the Snapchat, I never pimp the Snapchat, but like, you'll see different stuff on my Snapchat than you will on my Instagram. But on my Instagram, I post a little bit of info too. Yeah, man, somebody called the amber lamps for the bride.
They took her ass away.
Bruh, between passing out earlier in the day, drinking beverages, throwing up twice. You said what?
Got too trash. It was too hot.
She was bopped out here, bro. I guess just not drinking enough water. I didn't get the exact diagnosis, but my expert opinion said extreme dehydration.
Yeah.
So yeah, so instead of leaving in the Jeep with the streamers and the balloons, I said just married. She left in the amber lamps.
Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
7,000. Yeah. Fuck the Jeep. We're taking a $7,000 ride right here, motherfucker.
Bruh. A night she will never remember.
Oh yeah, no shit. Oh my God.
The husband,
like that is like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I was gonna say like that. I don't know. I just feel like that's something like a dude would do,
bruh.
you know. But I feel like most of the time it's like the brides are like, fuck this up. We're done. You know, you fuck up my wedding day. So like,
right, man. And she was, I ain't gonna lie, she was a demanding bride. Like,
so yeah.
In the middle of, like, she just, her and her mom, because even the staff was, like, kind of, like, fed up before the ceremony. Like, they was fed up. But, like, the groom was cool. He handled his shit just fine. But,
he's probably just thinking, like, I know I got one now. Like, she pulled this shit on today.
Oh,
I got
bruh.
one at least.
Yup. My man about to cash in that hall pass like a motherfucking man on one of the bridesmaids. Like, look, shorty. You
just met with the boys now. Like.
Yeah, man. Holy shit, man. So, yeah, that was Sunday. So Friday. So June is Pride Month.
Yeah.
Pride Month, for those not in the know, is for LGBT, Gay Pride Month for short. So I had an event at a museum. And, you know, I'm looking over the event, looking over the specs, looking over some of the songs. I'm like, bet! This is about to crack. This is about to go so hard. I'm already in super great standing with hashtag the gays. I got my sweet heat. They got me. I got them. Sweet heat. All of that. It, in fact, did not crack. It did not crack at all. Like nobody showed up.
Oh, are you serious?
Bro, the coordinator was like, yeah, we have so many like pre-sold tickets. They were expecting like 150. I would say like 25 is a stretch. Like, I'm not even sure 25
at least hopefully more than 20. Dude, that sucks.
Bro, I'm thinking like they had the exhibit on the third floor. They had the dance floor. They had caterers.
I know that shit wasn't cheap.
Listen, 25 is a stretch, bro. Like, it really might have been like maybe 20, if that. Like, it did not.
The friends list,
bro. It did not crack at all. However, I went in on the catering. Ooh wee. Oh man, listen. When I realized the shit just wasn't gonna pop, like I put Purple Rain on because it was a celebration of colors. So they wanted different songs that had like colors in it. So like Yellow by Coldplay, that I'm Blue, that song. I played Purple Rain by Prince, which is like an 8.5-minute song. I'm like, oh, let me go get this catering. And I didn't realize how crazy this will sound until I'm about to say it. But those are like the top 3 meatballs I ever had. I swear. Ever. I swear.
I mean, hey, man, a nice meatball change your life.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. I never thought I'd be talking about the meatballs at a Pride event. But
I mean,
went in, dog. Went all the way in. They had a whole performer like come in from out of town. Like cross-dressing performer. The host I mentioned before, my cross-dressing co-host. Whole performer, man, and just man, maybe 20 people.
That sucks. I wonder why. Like, I mean, you obviously don't know these people personally. You know what I'm saying? The people
Not at
that
all,
you're doing the wedding for or anything like that. But like, I just wonder why nobody showed up. Where was this?
It was at State Museum in the city I live in.
Oh shit. Okay. I mean,
big venue.
Like, motherfuckers knew, and they said they sold tickets for it.
They said they sold hella pre-sold tickets. Yeah.
Like,
didn't show up.
I ain't never heard of motherfuckers. You gotta buy a ticket to come to my wedding, bro.
Yeah, and this wasn't even a wedding. It was just, hey, let's celebrate the gays. Hashtag the gays.
Okay, I thought this was a wedding.
No, this is just an event. Yeah. No,
okay.
Not a wedding. Just an event. And yeah, like I guess they just didn't market it well. I don't know.
But I mean, they still got paid, I guess. But like, so it sucks.
Oh, I'm sure the performer still got paid. Yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, I mean, if, like, they sold tickets, so I mean, that money was already there. It's like it's kind of like blood money.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. Thing that fucked me up though, man. Really kind of fucked me up, man. Fattest ass in the room belonged to my co-host. It fucked me up. Fucked me all the way up. He was performing, and I had to like because at first in my head I was like, well, damn, and I was like, son, get it together, dog, get your shit together, man.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Get your mind out of the gutter, man. It fucked me up. Fattest ass in the room. I'm like, dude, get it together. Snap out of it. Because the opening performance, it was like a lip syncing performance.
You said some sweet meat. Some sweet
man,
meat.
basically. The dress was fitting too tight, dog. It was too form fitting. And so there was lip syncing, but then like they needed a microphone. And
he's got a mic.
Yeah, man. Homie had a little bass. It was feminine bass, but homie had bass. And I came back to life. I was like, yeah, okay, I remember now. This is this person. I get it. I'm back.
Nice ass, bro.
Yeah, nice ass, dog. Boy, you got a fat ass, dog.
Oh shit!
You got a thumper, bro. Holy shit. But yeah, man, the meatballs were great.
Yeah, I'm dead, motherfucker.
Fuck, man.
Damn.
Holy shit. Man. Ren.
Yo.
Have you ever wanted to be famous?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know. I feel like most people would like to see how it is, you know.
You see what it's like? Jay-Z has a lyric. It's on a song called Lost Ones. He said, I ain't even want to be famous. Niggas is brainless to unnecessarily go through these changes. And
oh, yeah.
I've always kind of like, maybe because I just like to toot my own horn, I kind of always wondered what fame was like. I kind of always, if I ever wanted to be famous, it was in the sense that like I wanted to see if I can handle it and like not lose my fucking mind. Yeah.
Like, and I feel like a lot of like famous, like, yeah, a lot of I don't know. I feel like a lot of famous people like are just like mindless. I don't know, I'd like to see like what it's like where like they're not being filmed, where they just do like what they would do every day, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just watched a Metallica documentary, and it was for whenever they're recording an album that came out in like mid 2000, and whenever it came out, like they got a lot of backlash from people in like the music industry, like other performers and artists and shit, because they're like, this is like, there's supposed to be a stigma to this, you know, like we're supposed to act in a certain way and everything. It's like, no, like we're just like we're really just regular ass fucking people, you know. And
the older
like, that's like, I mean, that's or like, you know, what were you gonna say though?
No, that's real. Like the older I get, the more I realize that these are just regular ass people.
Yeah,
regular ass.
I mean, like, I mean, even if you weren't fucking famous, and like somebody ran up to you and was like, "Hey, let me get a picture with you, bro." What are you gonna say? Like,
yeah, man, no. Yeah. And that's the thing with people too. That like people, like I always talk about how like people even talk to me crazy as the DJ at a wedding. Like I'm the DJ. I'm not a jukebox, and there's a difference. But like people feel entitled to believe that like your entertainment is supposed to cater to every beck and call, cater to your complete whim. Yeah. So they see celebrities and start bugging the fuck out as if these celebrities owe them something. It's not how it works.
No, not at all.
Not
you know, I mean, like I'd like to think like if I ever did meet like anybody like super famous, like if we were on like a plane, like or some shit like that, you know, like I wouldn't fucking, I'd just shoot the shit, you know, like I wouldn't be like, hey, coming out, when's that? Are you guys working? You ever worked with that guy? Yada yada yada. What do you? You ever met so and so? Like fuck all that. Wow. Like,
bro, you're on a first name basis with Shawn Michaels, and y'all just be chilling.
I mean, hey, you know, he kind of dissed me on the plane, but it's alright.
Yeah, you know, he's having a bad day.
I mean, I was made the plane late, so it was like, God damn it, it's fucking Big Ren again. Why. Oh, that's who it was, Big Ren.
Yeah, okay. That's probably why. You know what I'm saying? The reason I ask all this, because you know, I was talking about you know being able to handle fame. That means handling, you know, the highs, but also handling the lows when my name may not be as famous as it once was. Yeah. I live in a city. You know what? It's one of the 15 largest cities in America, but it's not a city you just think of for like stuff, right? It's got some proteins. It's got some suburbs.
Like, get after it, like,
yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. I was at the gym last week, and I was working my core because I'm vain, and I'm scared of losing my abs before I have kids. And lo and behold, be low and hold it, I get asked if I'm using this machine, how many sets I got left. I said, I got 2 sets, player. I looked up. I was like, huh, you look familiar, dog. And he was like, you mind if I work in with you, buddy?
Get the fuck out of here.
I said, go ahead, bud. And no, he did not say that. Listeners, I worked out very briefly with 90s icon Pauly Shore at my gym, and like,
I want to hear about this.
Well, you know, I could
probably not really much to say, just because like he's like, I mean, like we were just saying, like it's just regular ass people.
You know, he's a regular ass dude. That is his real voice. Like he wasn't just. I mean, he was probably putting on for the cameras, but he wasn't really bullshitting his voice. But like the first thing I noticed is that he's taller than I thought. Like most famous people are like 5'5", but he's a legit like 5'9", 5'10". I'm probably like an inch or two taller than him, and he's older, of course. You know what I mean? He's got a couple gray hairs, a little bit of a beard belly. But like, like I looked at him and I recognized I didn't bug out, but I was like, hey, how you doing, man? How are things? He was like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Things are good. And he starts doing the work, and he's like, yeah, this thing is great for your back. I'm like, yeah, man, yes it is. And I'm like, it's like on one hand, I think I recognize him clearly by the way I asked what was happening. On the other hand, I wonder like how recognized he wants to be, right? I'm a young, slim black male.
What was he wearing?
He was just wearing some blue short shorts and like a regular white tee and like a little bandana for sweat. But like it just mad regular, and like on one hand, I wonder if he was surprised that I recognized him, like right versus maybe you know what I'm saying? Surprised that I recognized him. You said what?
I probably wouldn't even have recognized him, you know?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
But like,
I feel you. He had a little 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock shadow going on. But like, I wonder if he was surprised that I recognized him. I wonder if he likes being recognized, if he wants to be recognized.
Were there other people in there with y'all?
Yeah. It was, but see, it was.
He had options.
It was It was the middle of the day. So it wasn't at peak traffic time. I don't know if he did that on purpose or not. But like, it's such an obscure place to run into an iconic but obscure name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel like you would see like athletes at the gym before you would see like people like Paulie. I feel like
and I feel like if I'm gonna run into Paulie Shore, it's gonna be in like Los Angeles, or like, or if I'm gonna run into any kind of former movie star, it's gonna be in, you know, not where I live. So it's like, what brought him here? What is it? Is he having trouble adjusting to the not the same fame? Does he like it?
Like, I asked him.
Yeah, but he's in the middle of working his core. I didn't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, true. Yeah, true.
It's good for your back, bud.
Yeah, buddy.
You know what I mean? So I had like all these questions after the fact, but it's also like, how do you have that conversation for one? Because I'm still just some random dude.
To ramble on and ask some questions, like question after question after.
Like, how do you have that conversation?
I always want to be like, if I just met something like that, I would just want to like a little short conversation, like shoot the shit, you know? That's important.
And it was like, how do you have that conversation? How do you have that conversation at the gym for two? And like I said, it was clear that I recognized him. I think he realized that I did. But like, how do you still progress from? How do you progress? How do you develop that conversation just because I recognize this person?
You know, whenever he walked off, he was probably thinking like, "Thank God that motherfucker didn't bug out."
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying, bro?
And just, like, and that shouldn't be something that like they have to worry about, you know. But like, that's obviously something they're gonna have to worry about with just crazy ass people that are like starstruck, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's your favorite Pauly Shore movie?
It's either Encino Man or Biodome.
You know, I figured that'd be a lot of people's favorites. So my favorite is actually not one of the ones that are his most like beloved. So not Encino Man, not Biodome, not In the Army Now. My favorite Pauly Shore joint is Son-in-Law.
Oh shit. That one always slips my fucking mind.
Yeah, man. I feel like that's an underrated Pauly Shore joint, man.
Definitely. I remember watching it back in the day, like that chick's dad goes to the dorm or whatever, and he's all partying and like that, you know, wearing like that crop top t-shirt.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Carla Cugino, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, that one kid from The Sandlot.
Oh, the The Great Bambino.
Yep, the Great
Catcher.
Bambino. Yeah. Nobody knows his fucking name. He's just dude from Sandlot.
No. One of the only parts I remember from the Sandlot is like at the end they're like talking about all the kids and shit, and that one kid, he's like, yeah, like he really got into the 60s. Nobody ever seen him a kid. Reminds me of Squeak.
Holy shit. A very, very small population knows the man Squeak, but Squeak is he's his own legend. Shout out to Squeak.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. I've thought about that since I saw him. Like, he's an iconic name. I hope he's not looked at as a joke, even though he made the movies he made. But like,
I feel like even if he was obviously I think he was made to be looked like as a joke for a long time.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know the dude personally. But I would hope he would have gotten over that. Like, fuck all that noise. I don't give a shit.
And that's the thing. And I think that's where my main question comes from, because of the public persona that he had within the type of movies he had. I wonder, like, how serious people took him as a regular person while he was famous or in his transition
now. Like,
now.
on him to do some shit from one of his movies,
Yeah,
like,
right? Yeah.
Because, like, I hate when people, people are like, oh, do that thing you do. It's like, dude, fuck off.
Yeah. And I'm here because you're a fucking star, bro. So I know you got to deal with that shit. Yeah.
Like, I'll do when I fucking want to. Like, and if you miss it, it's your own fucking fault. Like,
you should have been there.
Get out of here, you weeb.
What a time, man. Damn. Shout to Pauly Shore, man. I want to thank y'all for pressing play on episode 41 of The Hard Camera. I am your guy, Juv, Juv, just on your visual. I'm sitting here with my tag team partner, Big Ren, the legendary, and together we are MNM. Big Ren, tell them how they can reach you on social medias, dog.
All right, yeah, y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Excuse me. Y'all can find me on Twitter and Instagram, @motherfucker, @MAAFHUCKA. And then you can also find me on Snapchat at MoffedUp316, MAAFFHHDUP316.
Yes, sir. Hit me on the Twitter at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Check out the Instagrams at Juvie Desayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. Crack Twitter staff for the show at The Hard Camera. Check out Facebook.com/Juve. And hit us on the YouTubington. Search The Hard Camera on YouTube. Catch the entire archive of The Hard Camera. So yeah, man, we don't even have like a pay-per-view coming up, but between like between life happenings and like happenings in the world of pro wrestling, I felt like we almost had to address it. This is a very topical podcast when we get to this part of the show, so we don't want to miss it, on our next show. You know what I mean? So I felt like we owed it to.
With everything that's going on right now, we might not even talked about what we're going to talk about on this.
Very true, and by the time we did talk about it, it wouldn't have meant as much.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. So let's start with you know what? No, we'll build up. Let's go with the AEW show. We just had Fyter Fest over the weekend. See, I when I first heard of them mentioning it, I kind of didn't look at it the same way that I did as Fight for the Fallen, which is such a dope fucking name. I keep saying that. Fight for the Fallen is a cold ass
like
name.
It's a charity show, right?
Right. For victims of gun violence in Jacksonville, right? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that show. I didn't look at Fyter Fest as one of those must-see shows because I felt like it was just kind of like not a throwaway because I know they're still building the name, but I know it was in conjunction with like the Fyter Festival, like a gaming festival, right?
Yes, yeah.
So I didn't necessarily go into it thinking of the same way, but then kind of seeing that, okay, you can watch it on Bleacher Report Live and what have you. it was still developing characters and developing other stories. What'd you think of the show overall?
I liked it a whole lot. I didn't like it as much as Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
But this wasn't that type of show. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no, I enjoyed the fuck out of it, man. It was all around great wrestling. The crowd was outrageous. Actually, I had a homie that was there.
Nice.
And he said that pyro, man, that shit was no fucking joke.
I'm sure.
And I mean, he was like, dude, we are in the degenerate section of the fucking building. Getting pretty sketchy over here.
The degenerate part of the building.
He's degenerate as well, you know, like me, but
yeah.
I mean, you get a bunch of degenerates all in the same section, it's bound to be a fucking party.
Especially with the culture of AEW. Listen, I was listening to some of these chants, which we'll get into, but some of these chants, like, well, you know, hell, during the Moxley Joey Janela match, like, they chanted "You sick fuck" mad times.
Yeah. And Moxley loved it.
Loved it. Did you check the? Did you hear them chant "That's good shit"?
Dude, I didn't hear that one. I wish I would have.
During the same match. That's good shit. That's good shit.
Good
I
shit,
don't
pal.
know. I don't know if TNT knows what they're getting into.
Well, see, Tony Khan, I think that's the guy that owns AEW. Yeah,
Yes,
I think somebody actually asked him about that. Like, are we going to be seeing all this on like TNT? And he said, no. This was a whole different type of show. But I mean, hell, it's going to be like there's going to be some of that. Like, you're not going to stop the crowd from doing that.
Listen, the wrestling crowd has been like dying for an alternative. AEW is that alternative. And this crowd is built differently than the WWE crowd, so you're gonna get some of that. But no, I completely get it. Within the weekly show, you're not gonna get like barbed wire boards, right? So no, you're not gonna get that. You are gonna get good angle development, and you're gonna get your moments. You're not gonna get thumbtacks. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
like me and my guy were talking about that. And like they don't even need to do all that. Like they get the same reactions from all the wild and crazy shit as they do with just the regular ass matches. So like when we see all this extreme violence and all this just insane brutality, like that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah,
it doesn't have to be very often.
And I completely agree. It's not going to be something that you see very often. Hence them calling it an unsanctioned match. But no, you're right. I mean, it was
air shot.
Dude, I want to get to that in a second. But yeah, no, I feel you exactly when you were saying, you know, it was one of those shows. To me, it was like AEW's version of like a Super Showdown, in the sense that like it meant something, but it didn't quite mean something. But there was still like the unsanctioned match didn't mean anything. It was just a showcase for both guys, right? But you look at a match like Cody Rhodes and Darby Allin. Like it was a great show. It was definitely a great showcase for Darby Allin. It was a 20-minute time limit draw, but he didn't quit. He didn't give up. He persevered in the fight. Cody Rhodes with great character development and how he fought the match. The question of will Cody Rhodes make it and be 100% at Fight for the Fallen. Let's talk about that chair shot,
bro. That was fucking rough. I mean, there's a ton of people talking shit about it.
You know what? This is their first big bowl of shit. This is their first controversy as a new promotion.
It's kind of good though that it happened so early.
Like, get it out of the way.
See what kind of waves you make with this, and we'll take it from there. You know, like
yeah. I gotta say, taking away from what we know about head trauma, head damage, that was a gorgeous chair shot.
Dude, it fucking was, wasn't it?
It was. I must say though, just reports I've read that.
His head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the reports I've read though, I gotta address that the chair itself was a worked chair, but that the problem was that the top of the chair wasn't worked, and part of the top of the chair is what busted Cody open.
Did you see that cut? Like during the shit, like when we rolled over, did you see how big that motherfucker was?
It was deep.
It was like as big as my fucking middle finger, dude. It was
deep
huge.
Fucking cut, man. So again, knowing what we know about headshots, what do you think about it? Like, do you have any certain thoughts about the execution, about them even doing it? What do you think about it?
I'm glad they did it, but
yeah.
I mean, because that's just like, whoa, it's like holy shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like fuck yeah, that's like why are so many people out of wrestling right now because of that? And I think that they wanted it to go better than the way it ended, but I mean, there's no, you can never tell, going into a live event, you can never, nothing's going to be 100%.
Yeah.
You're looking at 89 to 99%, that's going to work out. And, that was just one of those things, it just hit wrong, and, you can't ever plan for that.
They talk about football being a game of inches, man. Wrestling is a game of centimeters. And just a few centimeters is all it took. And homie was busted wide open. So to me, the visual of the chair shot, I mean, we haven't seen a chair shot to the head in years, right? So it shows that they want to be that alternative and bring back certain aspects of pro wrestling. So I applaud them for that. I applaud them if the chair was worked, like I said it was worked, I applaud them for that too. In the future, if this is something that they want to do, make the chair shot to the head mean something, which I 100% believe that this is what they were trying to do. They're trying to make the chair shot mean something. As long as they keep doing it with worked chairs, I'm fine with it.
Oh, I am too. But I would like I was saying a little bit ago, we don't need all the ultra violent stuff. Like I said, that's just icing on the cake.
Right.
A solid pay per view, and then we get a little bit of that. It's like holy shit! I can I was gonna go home happy anyways, but y'all just filled me the fuck up.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back for seconds.
Absolutely. So I appreciate that they're building a story with Shawn Spears and Cody Rhodes. And like I said, the only thing that went wrong was the piece of the chair that hit him. But I mean, listen, I remember exactly where I was when I heard about Chris Benoit. And I feel like Chris Benoit is where all of the CTE scares and testing came from. I mean, not even just within pro wrestling, but within sports as a whole, Chris Benoit was the impetus for that.
Speaking of Chris Benoit, it's a bit off subject, but I read an interview with the guys that do Dark Side of the Ring.
Dark Side of the Ring, I saw that.
You saw that? Okay, yeah, they're hoping to get a season 2, and that might be one of the ones they want to go on for an episode.
Which will break my heart, but also will be compelling television. I'll put it that way.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
compelling,
for that,
but will break my heart.
Type of show,
there was supposed to be a movie, I thought, in the works. This was some years back, but I thought there was a movie in the works. I'm not sure what happened to it, but yeah, I thought there was a movie in the works.
I've watched videos, but yeah, that would be pretty hard to watch.
Yeah, but yeah, just to wrap that all up, as long as they make the chair shot to the head mean something, and as long as they're doing it with worked protected weapons, I've got no real problem with it. I know it's a big controversy as far as that goes, but I mean, the only problem was the execution, and like I said, that's a game of centimeters.
I mean, and you never know how it's going to go until it's said and done.
Until it's done, yeah. So
I mean, the only thing you can do is practice more, but even then, if you practice more, it still could change whenever the cameras are rolling.
Exactly, when them lights come on,
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
I salute them 100% though for going after it and getting it like they did. Yeah. I mean, fuck.
Indeed.
I'm with it just like you are. we're getting it's a great time to be a fucking fan right now.
Man, what a time to be alive. What else do we have? Let's go back to the unsanctioned match, Jon Moxley and Joey Janela. Well, we kind of skipped over the actual Cody Rhodes Darby Allin match. Again, that was a great showcase, especially for Darby Allin being a smaller guy with the never say die attitude.
That jump off the top,
bruh. Listen,
he fucking bounced.
Listen, homie got I keep seeing the comparison, but there's a word that people are leaving out. People keep saying he's got a lot of Jeff Hardy in him. He's like a sadistic Jeff Hardy.
Like, I get the wind knocked out of me if I cough too hard, and this motherfucker jumps up in fucking air. Smacks.
Bruh. Yeah, man. And didn't hesitate. He put his whole self into that and just, man.
He flew.
Yeah. It was a bit convoluted to me and just kind of served as a way to kind of just kill time. The whole body bag part at the end of the match. Putting him in the body bag, setting him up for the disaster kick, and then taking him out of the body bag. Like, I get the symbolism of it because Darby brought the body bag, but I mean, like, you're a 12-year veteran, dog. Just over 12 years, just get it done. Just get it done. You know what I'm saying?
It's part of the show, man.
Yeah, showcasing. But again, great showcase for Darby Allin. Never say die. I like that they are building stories to where men have like more than one rival, right?
Yeah,
so Cody has
should be.
Yeah, Cody has a story building with Darby Allin they can go back to. He's got Fight for the Fallen coming. He's got a complete story with his brother that he's in the middle of. But now he also has a story with Shawn Spears. So Cody Rhodes has three different roads right now. No pun intended.
Like, WWE would be like, okay, yeah, you're going to feud with this guy. Everybody else, you sit down and wait in line.
Yeah, right.
Fuck that.
So they're making great use of who they have. I'm kind of interested. I just saw before we started recording that at the buy-in, the pre-show for Fight for the Fallen, going to be a 6-man tag in which Shawn Spears is teaming with MJF and Sammy Guevara. Now I looked at that card and that ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work because you saw MJF was the first guy out to check on Cody Rhodes, and he was pissed. So that'll be interesting to see how that goes. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, the Cody Rhodes Darby Allin match was great. Something they can build upon later on. Great showing for Darby Allin. Cody Rhodes couldn't lose because he's building the Fight for the Fallen. Darby Allin needed a great look. He could have lost and built the loss and looked great in a loss. There's, of course, ways to do that. But him going to full 20 with Cody Rhodes, that's a great look for Darby Allin. So he's on the way. Yeah. He's definitely on the way.
I love how they have the time limits.
I wasn't mad. I wasn't mad. Growing up, I used to hate time limit draws growing up. Oh, I hated those.
I didn't expect a time limit draw.
Right.
But, and I'm actually glad they didn't give him, actually, it would be cool if we get, an extra 5 minutes for, sudden death. But, it really wouldn't, sudden death wouldn't matter unless they're, taking points for, a boxing match or something, you know what I'm saying?
Part of me was he's the boss. He could just get 5 minutes if he wants it, right?
Hey, he's not pulling no shit like Shane or you know what I'm saying? Or I'm glad he's not too, though. That's exactly. These are the set rules. I'm not just gonna go in and change it when it doesn't get my fucking way.
And I wonder how they'll because at the beginning of Double or Nothing, the Elite came out and hyped the crowd up. I wonder if that was a one-time thing as far as them definitely separating their television personas versus who they are in the front office. And if that's something they take the time to really do and separate, I'm down for that completely.
Yeah, big time.
I'm with it. I'm with it all the way. So I'm down for that. But yeah, let's go back to Jon Moxley and Joey Janela.
You watched that video I sent you of Joey Janela a couple days before the event?
I think so. Which one? Which one was that?
off the roof into the fucking fire and all the light bulbs and...
Yes, I did see that.
My God, dude. That was the first I've ever seen that dude. That was the first time I've ever seen that fucking guy. My buddy from down there that was at the fight sent me that a couple days before, and I was just like, holy shit. Like, Joe Janela was a bad motherfucker. I like his whole style.
The bad boy.
Yeah, the real bad boy.
The bad boy, Joey Janela. It was a fun showcase for both guys, and that's what it amounted to, a showcase for both guys. Joey Janela being the quote-unquote new king of the death match, whereas Jon Moxley is your new hottest star. There was no way he was going to take a loss.
Do you think that he is the hottest star out right now?
The hottest wrestler in the game? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
And this is coming from WWE, where he was nothing. And look at him now. Like, he's going to do his own fucking thing. I love it, dude.
I was
always a decent amount of a fan of Dean Ambrose, but Jon Moxley, that's that motherfucking dude.
Listen, I've been so clear that I was so over the Dean Ambrose character, so over it. But coming out, Jon Moxley, you could tell he's reinvigorated, rejuvenated. That he's got some of the reins taken off of him, and that
they got more freedom over there.
Yeah. He's back more in his element. So he just listen. I never saw any of his, like I said, I never saw any of his CZW stuff, so I wasn't familiar with Jon Moxley. But he just looks like one of them white dudes. He just looks like one of them white boys that just likes that kind of shit.
Yeah, like he
I could tell that.
His real name might be fucking Kyle.
I'm trying to fucking tell you, yeah. Like, I could tell him as Dean Ambrose that he just was that kind of dude, just like that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, seeing him go through tables and barbed wire boards and pull out thumbtacks, that man pulled off his socks. Pulled the man's socks off.
Shit JR said?
What's that?
That he's single?
No, he said that about Justin Roberts.
No, I thought he was talking about Mox.
No. He was talking about Justin Roberts before the introduction, before he introduced the match.
Okay.
Yeah, nah, he's talking about Justin Roberts.
I was like, damn, you went for an A. About to get all wild.
Nah. But yeah, man, just the action just built, man, from tables to that elbow off the ladder through two tables, the barbed wire boards where they were both literally stuck to the barbed wire, and
we haven't seen no shit like that in a long time.
Man.
They did it right, I thought.
And it was one, and like you said, it was another way to show that this was a showcase. I don't think that those are going to be matches that we see often.
No.
So I think it worked just for Fyter Fest, it being an addition to the Fyter Fest Gaming Festival.
Because they didn't do any shit like that at Double or Nothing.
No.
Praise it, God. We don't need this all the time.
Exactly. And doing it all the time makes it mean less.
Whenever you see it, it's like, whoa, like this is, and if they do it right, which I'm sure they're always going to, it'll be like, fuck yes, like this is it, like.
Yeah. They'll make it mean something each time. But man, those thumbtacks at the end of the match, man, just
stepped right on him, took his boots off and his socks off, said, "Fuck your feet."
I mean, it was. I mean, first it was the suplex, right? That release suplex, and then it was that atomic drop where he landed feet first. And then the paradigm shift, formerly the Dirty Deeds, the paradigm shift into the thumbtacks. Like, I'm sitting here cooking dinner like, you know what I'm saying?
You're jumping around, you're walking on tiptoes.
I'm just
like,
yeah. So it definitely brought the emotion out of me. So I'm appreciative of that. But yeah, like you said, it's not something we'll see a lot, and it's something that they'll make mean something when we do see it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, yeah, like it's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah. John Moxley with the win, and then the post-match shenanigans from one Kenneth Omega.
You hit that motherfucker with the electric guitar. That shit does not break.
No. Ain't no air in that motherfucker, man. That motherfucker solid.
No. And then that fucking pile driver, right?
Yeah.
From the get-go, that was dirty.
How'd he break a broken table?
Dude. No, that one wasn't broken. The first one, the one that was closest to the ring, that one didn't break.
Gotcha.
The legs on one of the sides went in. That was it.
Right.
That's how we got him on that one.
Yeah. And then the springboard double stomp.
Dude, no, that was. I can't wait for their fucking match.
Just to see John Moxley smiling at the end of it all.
What a time, dude! That was. Kenny Omega is the shit. We're about to see Kenny Omega versus John Moxley.
You know, and I like the story. I like the story that they were telling that maybe John Moxley is smiling because he brought something out of Kenny Omega that we wouldn't see normally. Because I mean, in that attack, like, not to say it was overboard, but like he left and came back. You know what I mean?
John Moxley is overboard. He's the definition of overboard.
You're a little wild. You know what I mean?
And he loves it. I mean, like we were saying earlier, the "you sick fuck" chants, like, he bowed to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never heard that chant.
No. Yeah, no. So, I mean, yeah, we're clearly building to a great match at All Out. John Moxley and Kenny Omega. Speaking of great matches, the Kenny Omega Young Bucks 6-man tag versus Los Lucha Bros and the Laredo Kid. Listen, they're gonna do tag team wrestling so well. That's one of the things I'm really, really looking forward to in AEW is the tag team wrestling.
Dude, that match. I mean, dude, that match was so fucking fun. They came out as Ken and Ryu and
Akuma.
Akuma.
Ken, Ryu, and Akuma. Yeah.
This, I mean, we don't get tag team wrestling like this in WWE.
No.
It's never heard of. Listen, you've never seen that shit.
Listen, that was the nerdiest thing I've ever seen, but it was so cool.
Awesome.
It was so. They pulled the Hadoukens in the middle of the match.
Like, dude, fuck what anybody says. Like, dude. Okay, I guarantee, motherfuckers that are the non-nerdiest motherfuckers in the world, if they've seen that, that was tight.
It was it was cool. It was kind of decent. It was kind of decent. We talked about how I don't like comedy in wrestling, and this wasn't necessarily comedy, but it was meant to get a chuckle. Yeah, especially especially during the gaming festival, it was the right place to do it. I'm not mad at that at all. The actual match itself was just a fun showcase. Like I said, their tag team wrestling is going to bolster the entire organization. I'm really looking forward to some of the tag team wrestling that they're going to put on. Even there was only there were 2 missteps. I won't call them botches. They were missteps. That that neck breaker, because I think I forget if it was Phoenix or Pentagon, but he was just kind of a little out of place, which is fine. But when Nick went up for the springboard, I love the way that commentary was on it. Excalibur is holding them together as far as commentary goes. Because Nick, he went for the springboard and kind of slipped up. But Excalibur played it off, saying that, hey, that one slip-up is how he got caught up in that Spanish fly to the outside. Yep. Which was gorgeous. Gorgeous. Spanish fly to the outside. There was a lot of just gorgeous athleticism on display there. Whether it was it wasn't quite the Spanish fly, but like a version of the Spanish fly off the top. Hit onto Kenny Omega, those destroyers that they hit, the super kick party, the spears, it was all just awesome.
Yeah, no, that was, like I said, it was a super fucking fun match, and shit, dude, here in 2 weeks we've got fucking The Young Bucks versus Cody and Dustin.
Yeah. Yep.
And
very
I mean,
emotionally
hell.
charged. Very emotionally charged. Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Like,
shit. Yeah, that's gonna be something.
The thing about AEW as a whole, as we kind of wrap up Fyter Fest, and actually before I wrap it up completely, I want to give a quick shout out to the women's triple threat match.
Oh yeah.
Nyla Rose, and I know she hasn't been in the sport very long. I think she's destined for some good looks in AEW. Rio,
better than Lacey.
yeah, well, yeah. Rio and Yuka Sakazaki, and I know I blew the names out there. They made her look great, being bump machines and just small enough for her to catch and throw around. But that was a really fun triple threat match. Shout out to them. What I was going to say, wrapping up Fyter Fest as a whole, the thing with AEW I'm noticing is that there are only a couple people who are just straight heels, right? Chris Jericho, MJF are straight heels, right? And you've got a couple pure baby faces in Kenny Omega, but more so just because Kenny Omega is loved. The Young Bucks because they're loved. Who was that one guy? Jungle Boy, Hangman Adam Page. There are a few more like straight baby faces, more than there are straight heels. It feels like they're gonna play more off of shades of gray versus straight heels, straight baby faces.
That's fine with me.
It's kind of fine with me too, because I mean Cody was the heel in his match against Dustin at Double or Nothing. He played the heel against Darby Allin the way he was kind of wrestling the match. But Darby Allin wasn't playing a babyface though. He had the never say die attitude of a babyface, but he was still a bastard. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't a heel, he was just a bastard.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So Cody has heel tendencies, but also Shawn Spears obliterated that boy with a chair for reasons we still don't know yet.
Man, that should be a term, though. Like, you got your baby face, you got your heels, then you got your bastards.
You got your bastards, right? I think...
Because, there are people that are just, like, in the middle, like, and they just do it both so well.
And, and that's the thing. It's reflective of people in real life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, yeah, a lot of us consider ourselves good guys. I consider myself a good dude, consider you a good dude. But there's some people we don't fuck with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, what's interesting of it all, I mean, you see Shawn Spears obliterated Cody Rhodes, but he's also about to team with MJF, who is a clear heel, but is a huge Cody Rhodes fan. So there's confusion there too,
I'm looking to see how they. I'm looking forward to seeing how they pull this one off.
Yeah, I like these tangled webs that they're weaving as they set this tone for for Fight for the Fallen, for All Out, for the show.
This is the pre-show of Fight for the Fallen. I thought.
No, it's pre-show for Fight for the Fallen. I meant overall, like the overall storyline that they're building, that they're weaving together.
Oh yeah, no, big time. Because I feel like with WWE, we can see that shit a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Like what's gonna happen, kinda, and like where this character's gonna go. But with this shit, it's like, where really is this shit gonna go?
Yeah.
Like,
you can cheer someone in one situation how they handle something, but then be like, yo, you still kind of wilding over here, So yeah.
Yeah.
So. Because, listen, part of me still believes that Cody is going to turn on Dustin at Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, me too.
Which is going to make Dustin the hugest babyface, Cody the biggest heel. But he got obliterated with that chair from Shawn Spears. And you can't cheer Shawn Spears for that.
No.
So, yeah, I'm rolling, man. They are putting together some interesting storylines, some interesting character development. We on the way. We're on the way.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm looking forward to it. I'm sitting front row, no hands, just ride. Let's go.
Hands in the air, right?
Yeah.
Little camera about to catch you making your thrilled face.
Yeah, exactly.
No doubt, man. Pushing forward, man, to the other side of the tracks, we got some big news. Big news. Paul Heyman named the executive director of Monday Night Raw, and Eric Bischoff named the executive director of SmackDown. Talk me through it, man. What you thinking when you initially heard the news, and what are you thinking now?
I mean, like, I was stoked when I heard the news. I was like, fuck yeah, like, this is excited for this shit. It's something new, you know, and they're saying Paul Heyman, it's not gonna interfere with, like, the on-screen storyline and shit like that, which is...
As it shouldn't. As I would hope
yeah,
not, yeah.
I mean, because that's what we've been dealing with for a while now, is people in charge kind of doing what the fuck they want, you know? Yeah. And that shit sucks. But at the same time, I was thinking, too, also, I was like, fuck, dude, they're just going to be Vince's little puppets. You know, his good shit puppets.
You know,
but, I
would
mean,
hope...
fuck, dude. No, go ahead.
I would hope that they have some kind of leeway, otherwise their jobs are just meaningless titles. You know, on one hand, clearly this is like a big thing, right? Clearly this is big. And that it's also clear that they feel the pressure from ratings to merchandise to attendance to AEW. Like, they feel pressure. They feel like they're losing their grip.
One of the things I read was, somebody said, how many more rabbits does Vince have to pull out of his hat?
None.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is getting pretty slim right here, buddy.
Yeah. And it, you know, on one hand, there's the irony of the people he chose. I mean, his two biggest rivals from the Monday Night Raw, the two guys who drove him to do everything he did in the Attitude Era. I mean, from the competition of WCW to stealing ideas from ECW, those are the two guys that pushed Vince the most. But on the other hand, yes, Paul Heyman is still a genius and he's stayed in the wrestling business. So that decision, I don't question as much. Eric Bischoff has been away from the game a while. But also, I mean, with his new podcast, he's been able to look at what he did with a new lens, a clearer vision, which might translate to the new product, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, those minds, those fundamental minds, plus this new 2019 athlete, it could be dope. You know what I mean? There's potential there.
I'm looking forward to it.
On the other hand, to me, it shows that Vince doesn't trust the new minds in the game.
And that sucks.
And I don't even necessarily mean Triple H. I mean, there's rumors that he was offered it and didn't take it. There's whatever. I don't necessarily mean Triple H.
No,
I just mean rumor. Well, there's been all kind of rumors. I want to stay away from Triple H is what I mean. I don't necessarily mean Triple H. I just mean just the new minds in the game. He's still kind of falling back and resting on somewhat old laurels. Like, I don't know all of the minds that are back there, but it's kind of telling that he went with these two specific names who were running businesses in the 90s, 20 years ago. Regardless of what I just said about both, Got
a little bit of the Attitude Era on both Raw and SmackDown this week.
They are definitely, like, peeking around the corner to make sure their parents ain't in the room while they cuss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that holy shit Corey Graves. Like, I was like,
yeah.
Whoa, what? Like...
And, and I mentioned on the last episode, like, they were saying ass, like, a whole lot in the build-up to Stomping Grounds. So, like, they've been trying to get kind of spicy. I guess the word is that they're trying to win back the teenage demographic. I guess that's how you do it. You say ass and you flip people off.
Like, dude, fuck all that. Because, like, people like us that are still watching that, like, I don't know if you've necessarily been waiting on this type of programming to come back, but, like, I mean, I think it's good.
I'm not impressed by curse words, is the thing.
No, right? Not necessarily the curse words, but, like, I mean, like, that right there does
like edgier content. You kind of just mean edgier content.
But like, yeah, like, I don't give a shit about those curse words. I cuss all fucking day. You think that shit bothers me, motherfucker? You think I get hyped up about a cuss word? Fuck no.
It just seems I'm not sure. I don't want to say corny, but kind of corny. It doesn't seem natural, right? It seems like it's like when you were first learning how to curse.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of reads like that to me. So no, I'm not impressed by I'm not impressed by curse words. Middle fingers. It just, it is what it is.
If Vince really wanted to shake shit up, he'd fucking bring back Russo and Cornette.
He needs to leave Russo and Cornette exactly where the fuck they are. I wasn't even gonna bring up Cornette, but there are some things I learned about Cornette that man, wrestling. Listen, I'm disappointed by a lot of the names we've grown to know and somewhat appreciate in wrestling.
Really?
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I still never understood the whole Roddy Piper blackface WrestleMania 6 thing. Rest in peace.
I didn't know that.
But there's a post on Jim Cornette about Jim Cornette's past and present racist tendencies.
Really?
That unfortunately, as a young black male, I'm not surprised by, but that I didn't know. Yeah,
I mean, I never dived too hard into either of those dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
and I stumbled upon it, but I mean, I'll have to send you the video. I didn't see the whole video, but there's a post on Instagram, a couple pages that I follow. And one of the posts is like a bullet point. It's like 14 different bullet points, and in one of them, it actually leads to a video. It's a shoot interview. Who is it by? I want to say Mark Madden. Formerly former announcer at WCW, along with more responsibilities at WCW. But yeah, he went in depth about Jim Cornette and who he is, who he was, and how often he calls people the N-word and what he would do to get heat. And that's a whole nother tangent. But Jim Cornette, I don't know, Jim Cornette. Leave him at home. Leave him at home.
Okay, I trust you. Leave him the fuck home, Jim.
And not even just for the racism, but like Jim Cornette, I've heard a lot of his ideologies. I've heard how he talks about some of this new talent. Listen, and it's not just wrestling. The old heads in any sport. They don't like to see the game evolve.
No, that makes perfect sense.
They just don't. That's why people respect a cat like Allen Iverson, who is just cool as fuck and has love for these new cats in the game. But these
Jim Cornette's like, we used to walk 20 miles to get to the wrestling ring.
Right. Yeah. Like, fuck out of here.
Shut up, James.
Yeah. So, yeah. Vince Russo, yeah. Hey, listen, if you saw the way he told stories in WWF versus WCW, he had Vince McMahon as a filter. That's why certain stories went over the way they did, because he had that filter. But the way he wrote stories in WCW was like, no, it was like a kid with attention deficit disorder. He wasn't writing stories like that. He was putting Judy Bagwell on a pole. Like, nah.
Okay.
Nah. So, yeah. Not to completely shit on what you said, but yeah, leave them cats at home, man. Leave them at home. Right. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. Holy shit, man. But yeah, you know what? Yeah, we'll see how this thing goes, man. We'll see, if Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman make a dent. I know it's been stated that Paul Heyman had a heavy influence on Raw. I'm reading reports that he had a bit of an influence, but not as much as was reported.
That's what I read also.
Yeah, so I mean that's gonna be a transition.
There on SmackDown.
Yeah, and I feel like those transitions really won't happen until toward the end of the summer, where they can get a better grip on storylines, get a better grip on what they want to do as far as telling stories. And plus with the transition to Fox. So, I mean, they've got time before it actually starts. So I don't expect them to just announce it and then be there next week.
No, I feel like we're going to get pieces and pieces and pieces and pieces until it's actually a full-ass pizza.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. We just needing the dough right now. We just need the dough.
Forward to it. I mean,
yeah,
hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'll give them.
This past Raw was pretty fucking good, I thought.
You know, I didn't see it live. I read about it. But I'm willing to give him to Benny. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's see how it goes before we shit all over it. Let's see them, actually try something. I saw the. Would, go ahead.
No, I was talking about. I was going to say a little bit something about SmackDown. I wish they would give Kevin Owens more time on the fucking mic, dude. Did you see that shit? Did you see him just rip fucking Dolph?
I read the reviews.
SmackDown?
I read the reports. I didn't catch either one live this week, but I read the reports.
That shit was great.
Yeah.
Like, he went off, dude. It fucking, dude, it felt real as fuck. Like, it was just good. I don't know.
I'm with it. The only thing I actually saw on SmackDown was Kofi and Samoa Joe's segment.
That's pretty good too.
Samoa Joe might be the best promo in WWE.
He is on top of his game.
He's so natural on the microphone.
And that's, dude, you don't get that. It's like, as much nowadays, I feel like.
You don't. You definitely
and I wonder
don't.
if that's him, like, going, or them giving him a script and him just saying, I'll read it, but I'm not going to fucking say exactly what the fuck this is. Like,
no, he's definitely taking the script and making it his.
Yeah, that's what we need.
Yeah. No, Samoa Joe is, he knows how to deliver on the microphone naturally, confidently, like a conversation. So I'm rolling with him every time he's on the microphone. Kofi definitely held up his end as well. He put up the little clever middle finger. How they shot it kind of cool where you knew what he did, but like Samoa Joe's head was in the way. And then Samoa Joe moved. He saw the finger, whatever. Ooh.
Hey, bro, you fucked him off, bro. It's a middle finger.
Yeah,
bro,
you know what I'm saying? WWE, they cussing when their parents ain't home. Listen, Samoa Joe's about to... You said what?
Close the door, I'm about to cuss.
Yeah, man. You gonna tell if I cuss? Samoa Joe's about to fuck Kofi Kingston's friends and family up, man. I could totally see, because Extreme Rules is, we have the Extreme Rules show next week, right? So he only has one more show to fuck
Extreme
shit
Rules
up.
on the 13th. I mean, on the 14th, right?
Yeah. So we've got
on the 13th.
Yeah. So we've got one more show, one more SmackDown before Extreme Rules, which isn't a lot of time for Samoa Joe to do a lot of damage. So maybe it's maybe it's an angle they'll do for the whole show. But Samoa Joe's about to hurt somebody, man. You said what?
They've been building this view a whole lot better, I feel like, than they have in the past ones.
Yeah. You know what? They have a plan. They definitely had a plan, right? They've got a plan. So they set up Joe and Kofi like the night after Stomping Grounds. They had the Extreme Rules tag team match built. Roman Reigns and Undertaker going in. So yeah, they definitely had a plan. Absolutely. I hear you.
I just hope there's more than one or two Extreme Rules matches on this probably 10-match card.
Yeah, from what I see, there's just one. Which is the mixed tag for the titles.
But hell, how was that going to go? They kind of got rid of that idea of intergender wrestling once Nia got hurt.
Right. They'll find clever ways to do something. They'll find clever ways to get it done. So
I'm looking forward to seeing how they do it after what AEW just put out. And I mean, like, shit, dude, like, Fight for the Fallen's the night before. So I mean,
it is.
So I mean, like, anything can happen.
No doubt. So we'll get into more of that next week as we have our Extreme Rules show coming very, very soon. What else happened? AJ Styles turned heel again, the exact same way he turned heel 3 years ago.
You surprised?
No, not at all. This is the
I like
exact
him.
same way he turned heel 3 years ago. He had a title shot. He had the first title shot after WrestleMania. Then the summer came, and him and his boys found themselves in the same room. He was like, nah, boys, nah, hold back, boys. I got this. Let me take John Cena on by myself. And then him and his boys jumped John Cena in the summertime. And then they had a classic at SummerSlam. 3 years later, AJ Styles had a match with Seth Rollins. He said, nah, homies, I got this with Ricochet. And then they jumped Ricochet. So, you're wondering what? Go ahead.
No, I was like, this time around, though, his boys are calling him out.
Yeah, it's shit. It's the same shit. I don't care. Same shit. He did it. He turned heel the exact same way.
No. I'm not disagreeing with that, but like, I'm just wondering, like, if there's something else that could happen, you know, like against Gallows and Anderson, just because they keep on dogging them and basically making them do all this shit, like just to like, come on, bro, you ain't down, bro, you gotta do it, you know, I don't know.
Nah, that's just the red herring. That was to throw you off the scent. They on the same page. Same page.
I hope they're not.
He'll have some kind of promo next week to explain it, but I mean, yeah, same thing. He had a match with Seth Rollins, lost it for the title, and now he needed a new direction. And too many strong baby faces on Raw, you know.
Very true, very true.
So, him and Ricochet look like they're gonna have a series of dope matches. I don't know if they're gonna have one Extreme Rules, but dope matches on the way, and I'm here for it, man. As long as they can deliver, you know.
Aleister Black had Extreme Rules.
And a mystery opponent, correct. We're gonna find out who knocked on his door was playing Ding Dong Ditch.
What a motherfucker.
Who was leaving that flaming doodle on his door.
It's Cesaro.
I saw that rumor. I saw Cesaro gave No Way Jose the blues.
When?
On Raw.
I watched Raw. I didn't see it.
I believe he gave No Way Jose the blues. Like, they were going to have a match, and Cesaro, like, flopped him up before the match, so there was no actual official match.
I was flipping through channels, though, on some points, so I might have missed it.
Gotcha. So, yeah, man, we'll see if it'll be Cesaro or whoever it'll be. Hopefully just somebody to give Aleister Black a good exhibition, a good showcase. You know, we'll go from there. Again, yeah, we'll get into it more next week. There was one thing I kind of came to a conclusion on in my thoughts about the WWE analysis, as Seth Rollins, he apologized for his little miniature Twitter tirade against Will Ospreay. Right. I was thinking about this in this. You know how fans and the WWE is always looking to compare somebody from this era to last era, especially in the sense that people always keep looking for the next Shawn Michaels.
They didn't compare him to HBK, did they?
Well, I'm comparing him to HBK. Not necessarily for like in-ring style. Not necessarily. I kind of look at Adam Cole more, but he just doesn't do the same high-flying type stuff. But I'm thinking about the last time WWE was facing these similar pressures: low attendance, low merchandise sales, another company breathing down their neck. The champion at the time was Shawn Michaels. And yeah, Kofi Kingston's the champion now, but we know that Seth Rollins is like the champion. Regardless of how they book or how well they book, Seth Rollins is the champion. And I can just imagine that he is feeling a certain amount of pressure right now to be the guy and to hold this thing on his back. The way Shawn Michaels had to have felt it 23 years ago, but didn't have social media to vent and talk his shit the same way. Shawn Michaels kind of he went another way.
A hell of a drug.
It is a hell of a drug. Shawn kind of went another way. He had attitude problems. He had his issues backstage. He went another way. of being the guy to hold that company on his back. That first title reign is underrated because NWO came around at the same time. They had WCW breathing down their neck. And now, I think Seth is feeling that same pressure of finding ways to be the best he can be, hold the company up, while AEW comes to form. Now, of course, WWE isn't the same company because there's no one guy anymore. But if there was a guy outside of Roman Reigns and even the way he's been positioned, not so much, Seth Rollins would be the guy right now.
Oh, yeah, big time.
So
100%.
I think he needed a way to kind of to vent and be the guy and talk his shit and let you know what it is. So yeah, I just kind of saw that parallel between the two as far as like, what's going on.
Back then too, though, we had Monday Night Raw, and then we had Shotgun Saturday, and fucking like Sunday Night Heat and shit like that. So I mean, there was 3 shows a week. You know, and
during that first reign, actually, neither one that came up yet. They had Raw, they had Superstars, which was like the syndicated show. So they really just had those 2 shows. Shotgun Saturday Night was maybe another year or so. And I want to say Heat was maybe another 2 years, a year or 2. So yeah, they didn't even have those.
Well, yeah. Good shit, pal.
it's good shit. But I can only imagine if Shawn of 1996 had a Twitter account. I can only imagine.
Be fucking fire.
I can only imagine what would be going on in any era. Listen. If cats had social media back in the day, let Michael Jordan have a social media account. A notorious dickhead like Michael Jordan.
I can't imagine social media like in the 90s.
Bruh. All the shit, man.
That
bruh.
Was rough. Like, if motherfuckers think shit's crazy now on social media, and you had like all the technology you had back in the 90s, fuck out of here. The 90s would have been insane.
Hell
people
yeah.
Like, dude,
bro.
the shit that people post back then.
Listen, it was hard enough. It had to be hard enough just being a school teacher between middle fingers, Sable's titties, and suck it. I can't imagine how it would have been let them cats had social media. Oh, man. I can't imagine,
I think we did like a little bit of good, like with our time period. You know what I'm saying?
Like calming this shit down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you. Cats call us pussies now. Cats call like everyone's so soft. Man, fuck that, man. Listen, you gotta have some regulations on some shit. You can't just be out here doing everything you want to do out in the open, man. Y'all gotta relax.
You're dead.
Gotta relax, man.
I mean, fuck.
Holy shit. Shawn Michaels in 1996 with a Twitter. Holy
you post a bunch
shit.
Of titties and chicks and all types of stuff on there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Like,
holy shit.
like, dude, fuck on LimeWire. We're going to Shawn Michaels' Twitter page.
Yeah. Right.
Y'all been to Playboy.com yet? No. Have you been to Shawn Michaels' Twitter fucking page?
Can you imagine the tweets between, like, Shawn and Brett or Shawn and Scott Hall in 96 being in 2 different companies, or fucking rival Vince and Eric in 96?
Man, maybe we get that at another time. Stone Cold and Vince.
Bruh,
I mean,
listen. Hell nah, man.
Yeah, maybe another time, man. Maybe another time we get that. Maybe another lifetime.
Yeah, another another lifetime. Yeah, factual.
Shit.
Factual. But man, any thoughts you have left wrapping it?
Send me to a fucking galaxy where there's social media in the 90s.
Yeah, you can have that, man. You tell me how it is. You send me a fucking postcard. Any final thoughts, man, on the world of wrestling in the week that was?
It's a great time to be a fucking fan. If you're not a fan right now, you ought to start tuning in because you're missing out.
No doubt, man. Salute. No doubt. Let them know they can reach you on the social medias, man.
All right, yeah. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at amawfucka, _MAAFHUCKA. You can also find me on Snapchat at moffedup316, MAAFFHHDUP316.
Yes, sir. Hit me on the Twitter at Juvidesayuno, JUVIDESAYUNO. The Instagrams, JUVIDESAYUNO. Facebook.com/Juve. Check out the show page on Twitter at The Hard Camera and hit us on the YouTube Jones. Search The Hard Camera. Get the entire archive of The Hard Camera on YouTube. Well, this was an impromptu show, man, but I feel like we had a good one. We had some things to get off our chests, some life happenings and wrestling happenings that was a good time to address them, man. We didn't want to miss out on that.
Definitely. No, I'm glad we did it.
Absolutely, man. Next week we have the Extreme Rules prediction show. We'll probably end up talking a little bit about the AEW Fight for the Fallen card. It's a good time to be alive, man. It's a hot summer, and the hard camera just gonna make it hotter, man. It's hot out here this summer, boy. Keep you some AC.
On 69.
No doubt. Jeez. Until next time, we will see y'all next time.
Adios, amigos.
Salute.